I'm Lexi. I'm in the US. I cannot believe that it's November already. Where has this year gone? And because it's November, we have some Christmas snacks sneaking in this month. It seems way, way, way too early for that. And I love Christmas, but I am not ready for it. But either way, we've got some things to try, don't we? First, I'm going to cut to a clip, maybe two, you tell me, of things that I've already tried, kind of like the last couple months. Be right back. Hi. So today for dinner, I made the new Hamburger Helper cheesy hash brown breakfast. Now before I taste this, I've got some initial thoughts. I did not remember, right up until I was doing this, that some hamburger helpers have like a topping that you mix with milk or water and then pour over them. Historically, I don't like the topping ones. I would either discard the topping or mix the topping powder into the thing itself. I always found it gritty and artificial and unappetizing. But this one has a topping. We are giving it a chance. I've mixed it up and put it on. Second, this is a little more complex to make than your standard hamburger helper. That's not to mean it's difficult. It's just not the same instructions you're used to. Brown the hamburger, add the liquid, dump in the powder and the noodles or potatoes or rice or what have you, put the lid on, let it cook, and you're good to go. This one is a little bit more complex. You have to let the potatoes sit for 10 minutes and then flip them to hopefully get a nice golden brown on both sides. Which brings me to my third point. If you are not great at cooking golden brown hash browns anyway, this is not going to be the way that will get you there. Kitchen confession, I am not great at getting golden brown crispy hash browns. This looks kind of soggy to me. That's a me thing. If you're good at hash browns, this will probably work out fine for you. But if you're not, this is not going to be some, oh, well, I'll just follow the directions and it'll be perfect, even though I've never gotten it perfect before. And point number 4. It's called Hamburger Helper, but the instructions say to use sausage, which honestly I expected. But as I was cooking it, I'm like, wait a minute. It's called Hamburger Helper, but we're not using hamburger. So is it still Hamburger Helper? That's one for you to figure out. And that brings us to the tasting portion. Okay, down the hatch. The topping is okay. It's not as gritty as I remember them being. But that being said, this is also remarkably flavorless. The only real flavor in it is the sausage, which I chose. Like, I chose the brand of sausage. If I was to make this again, I probably would add some diced peppers and onions, maybe some mushrooms. And, even a scrambled egg or two would be good. Maybe some real cheese on top. But at that point, it kind of stops being Hamburger Helper, doesn't it? I probably wouldn't get this one again. But I do believe there is another flavor, and if I can find that, I still might try it, because I gotta try everything, right? So, it's not objectionable. It's just not enticing. So, a 4? Let's go on to the next thing. So the first thing we're going to try out of this group of stuff here is something that, well, someone in my household got into the bottle of juice before I was ready to film the video. But I did manage to steal out a portion so that I could still try it on camera. This is, and I'll put a picture up here of the bottle, an apple pie flavored juice made by Old Orchard. What does apple pie flavored juice taste like? Because I mean, there's apple juice and there's apple cider. For anyone outside of the US, apple cider in America is not alcoholic. It's just like really intense and usually spiced apple juice. So what is apple pie flavored juice? Let's give it a try, shall we? I don't want to use the straw. I'm just going to take the lid off. Sort of tastes like pie in kind of a disconcerting way. It's not super cinnamony. I definitely put more cinnamon in my apple pie. And the apples aren't real tart. It's more mild. And I think there's vanilla in it. It kind of mimics the crust a little bit. I'll just leave that open and we'll drink it as we go through the rest of these things. The only savory thing I've got today is a new Sweet Baby Ray's Sweet Golden Mustard Barbecue Sauce. This is basically a Carolina style barbecue. A little bit like the new McDonald's Gold Sauce that I tried in a short a couple weeks ago. I don't really have anything to put this on, but I at least did grab a spoon. This is a clear plastic spoon, so I don't know if it's showing up, but there's a spoon in my hand. That'd be a fun video, wouldn't it? That's good. I like that one. I like that one quite a bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy this again. I'll give it an 8. I am very happy with the new addition to Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue line. So now everything is sweet. What do I want to try? Let's start here. These are Sun-Maid sea salt and chocolate banana chips. There's a few in this new Sun-Maid line, but this is the only one that I've got at the moment. They come in nice little packets, perfect for a lunchbox, adult or child. Normally, I'm not a big fan of banana chips. I find them too hard, and I usually prefer freeze-dried bananas to dehydrated banana chips, but covered in chocolate. These are thin enough that the too hard or hard to eat aspect that I usually don't like about them isn't really a factor. The chocolate's nice, but I'm not really getting a lot of salt. More salt would be nice. Do I like them? Yeah. Would I buy them again? Maybe. I kind of want to try the other ones. I know there was like a sea salt caramel something, maybe a raisin. Rating. I think a 6. They're good. I don't have to have them in my pantry. It's not something that is definitely going on my grocery list for this next snack run, but they might end up being bought again in the future. It's hard to say. Okay. Let's just jump into Christmas. Sugar Cookie Flips. Flips has been doing a lot of limited edition flavors lately. And Most of them have just kind of hit the okay mark, not the amazing mark. I did not get this open. So hopefully these will be better. They kind of smell like sugar cookies. They definitely smell sweet. They're pretty, festive. The sugar cookie gets overwhelmed by the saltiness of the pretzel, and you kind of just get white chocolate. They're fun because they're Christmas, but they're not quite doing what it says on the package. So I'm just going to give those a 5. Okay, let's just do the rest of the Christmas things. Why not, right? These are Snickerdoodle cookie flavored Hershey Kisses. I'm not sure about the pink bag. I mean, it's pretty, but is it Christmas? Gold wrapper. They don't smell cinnamony. Okay. Pretty copper colored wrapper. If you're not in the US, what a Snickerdoodle is like just a fairly basic sweet cookie. It's a little bit fluffy that's been rolled in cinnamon and sugar before it's been baked. There's definitely pieces inside this Hershey Kiss. This one tastes more like cookies than the pretzels do. But I don't taste any cinnamon at all. I don't know. I hate to say that I'm not a fan, but I want cinnamon. Snickerdoodles are not my favorite cookie anyway. So when I see a Snickerdoodle flavored thing, what I'm really looking forward to in it is the flavor of the cinnamon. Those just get a 5. They're okay, they're sweet, they're chocolate, they're crunchy, they taste like a cookie. They don't taste like a Snickerdoodle. We've got one more Christmas thing, and that is the peppermint stick Kit Kats. Now, I have very high hopes for these because the Kit Kats duos, the mint chocolate or the mint and dark chocolate duos, are so good. I can smell the candy cane, and it definitely smells like candy cane and not just like generic mint. Oh, these had better be good. I've had a lot of these Kit Kats recently where I thought they were going to be good and they were just kind of okay. Really high hopes here. There's sprinkles in them, so they're festive, red and green. Okay. I'm happy with that. That tastes like Christmas. I want to dip one of these in a cup of hot cocoa. I was about to rate these way high because I've been so disappointed with a few things I've tried so far, and because they taste like Christmas. But I need to pull back a little bit and rate realistically. I can eat the other half, right? 7.5. And I'm going to be honest, that half point is because they taste like Christmas. But these are good. If you like candy canes, if you like Kit Kats, buy these. We are going to step backwards in time for a minute because I'm pretty sure that this was a summer special edition. Ocean Spray Strawberry Shortcake Juice. But I just found it last week at Walmart. I've been looking for this all summer. And I don't have a clear glass, but you can see what it looks like in the bottle. I'm not sure I can pour this. Well, I definitely can't pour it with my left. Okay, I need a bigger table or a better way to accommodate juice. Cheers. I'm analyzing. This is an analyzing face. There's a flavor that I'm not sure if it's supposed to be the shortcake. There's something in it, and I don't think it's from the Kit Kats, but there's something that almost has a bitter edge at the end. And I was trying to figure out if that's what they were supposed to be. Was their attempt at a shortcake? But I don't think it is. There's really nothing that screams shortcake in that to me at all. Where with the apple pie, it had the notes of vanilla, which mimicked the crust. The strawberry part is sweet. It's not a tart strawberry, it's a sweet strawberry. And personally, I prefer a tart strawberry. But it's also not an artificial strawberry, which is a good thing. This does not taste like a strawberry milkshake. It tastes like strawberry juice. I don't think I'd buy it again because I like a little more acidity with my berries. And I think I was looking for a little more shortcakiness in that. Something like a hint of vanilla. So, just a 4. It's not bad. I don't want to give you the impression it's bad. It's just not my cup of tea. If you like sweet strawberry juice, give that a shot. You'll probably like it. What's left? Things have kind of fallen over because I probably cut it out, but I had a problem where 4 or 5 things, including the open bag of pretzels, fell off the back of the table. Make sure you tune into the bloopers video that'll be released on Christmas Day to see that happen, because I'm sure it's going to make it in there. Okay, I want to end on the nerds, because I've been looking forward to those since I found out about them. Let's go with the white Nestle Crunch Bar. There's not too much to explain about that. It's a white chocolate Nestle Crunch Bar. I don't like white chocolate a whole lot. And I used to eat Nestle Crunch Bars fairly often, but the last time I had one, I was really disappointed in the quality of the chocolate. So I don't know if that's just me and my tastes changing, or if something changed in them. Okay. It's like 4 mini bars, but they're connected together. They're kind of cute. This is the kind of thing I would love to like break apart and give my dolls one of as a child. No. If you like white chocolate, okay. If you don't like white chocolate, this is just single note, sweet cocoa butter white chocolate. There's no complexity to it at all. The crunchies give it a little bit of novelty texture, but if you don't like white chocolate, this bar is not going to be the one that changes your mind. I'm sorry. Okay. Now these I've also been looking for a while, and there's a whole bunch of different ones of these, but this is all I was able to manage to get a hold of at the moment. Wonder Bread. So the Wonder Company is now making snack cakes, and this is the peanut butter wafer. They're also doing like donuts and like the little, like just basic cakes. Hopefully I'll be able to get a hold of some of those in the future. But Nutty Buddies are very nostalgic to me. Nutty Buddy is the Little Debbie brand of these things. This has a darker chocolate on it. Smells very peanut buttery. Okay, I'm going to take a bite into it, and then I'm going to take it apart properly like a sane person.
Okay, so at this point, something goes wrong with my audio. And I don't know what it is, because the audio in the original footage is okay, but every time I bring it into my editing software, at this point, it goes weird. So here I'm saying that the chocolate in this version is a little bit more prevalent than in the Little Debbie version, because I've always kind of thought that the Little Debbie version was a bit chocolate light. And then I proceed to take it apart and eat it layer by layer. And this is a very different experience than just biting through the thing as a whole. It tastes a lot more delicate. I find it a much more enjoyable way to eat it. And frankly, every person I grew up with in school always ate them this way. We never just bit through them. So every time I see somebody bite into one of these, it's a very jarring experience. Kind of like when somebody just takes a bite out of a Kit Kat. And here I'm saying that I think I actually like the Wonder version a little bit better than the regular traditional Little Debbie Nutty Buddy. And I give it a rating of 7.5. And then I go on to say that if the Wonder version was sitting next to the Little Debbie Nutty Buddies or the Mrs. Freshly version or any of the other versions of these, I would probably choose the Wonder version over the others. And it really comes down to that difference in the chocolate. I really like that. And then somehow, for some unknown reason, my audio goes back to perfectly acceptable and normal, so enjoy the rest of this video without a voiceover.
What's left? I've got two left. Two left? Three left. Three left. Let's do the Butterfinger. So Butterfinger had a salted caramel a few months back that was a little disappointing. And this is a marshmallow flavor. Excited about this one. I believe, and I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but I believe there's a French toast version in the works too. Now, somebody at Butterfinger, I don't even know who makes this, somebody who's doing the chocolate bars, these special edition chocolate bars, release them in normal size bars, not just king size. The Butterfingers, the Twix, all the last, I don't know how many special editions have only been in king size. I don't need to try a king size bar. A regular one is just fine. Okay, so the marshmallow Butterfinger. Is this just going to be a Butterfinger covered in white chocolate? It smells a little marshmallowy. So this could be very much like a crunchy fluffernutter. Oh, that's a thought, isn't it? A fluffernutter is a sandwich made with peanut butter and marshmallow fluff if you're not from the US. And you can add bananas to it too. That's how I like it. This is better than the caramel. but the marshmallow gets a little lost. I think, is that thicker than a regular Butterfinger? Is a king-size Butterfinger thicker than a regular one? If there was less Butterfinger with the marshmallow coating, it might stand out more. I do like this one. I like this one better than the caramel. I think I already said that. But I want more marshmallow. 7. There is actually a decent chance I'll buy another one of those before they disappear. And then, we need another drink. Because everything right now is either Stranger Things branded, Wednesday branded, or Wicked branded. I've got the Wicked Skittles, which I believe is just they took their wild berry Skittles and gave them the sour treatment, which works for me. I like the wild berry Skittles. I like the wild berry ones better than the original ones. And honestly, I'm not sure I've ever had sour Skittles. I like sour candy. I know sour Skittles are supposed to be like really sour, but because if I'm going to get Skittles, I usually get the wild berry or the tropical. I'm not sure I've had the sour ones. Let's try a couple. Oh, wow. Those are fun. Those are nice. It's got strawberry, melon berry, raspberry, cherry, and berry punch. All the sour versions, of course. Why are they sticking together? This is a problem for me. I don't like to eat a whole handful of Skittles. I only like to eat one color at a time. But those are really nice. I'm gonna give them a 7. 7's a good solid score. And then I'm gonna eat these and then I'll try the last thing. I'll speed this up. Okay, last treat. I think it was the last Snoo Snack video that I had the cherry lemonade Nerds clusters and the berry something. Well, these are the strawberry punch flavor of the juicy Nerds gummy clusters. So they'll have the Nerds outside, the gummy inside, and then like a gusher, some kind of goo inside. This is either going to be a texture seeker's dream or it's going to be a step too far. These are a little bit bigger than regular gummy clusters, and I understand why. But I'm excited. Fingers crossed these are good since I saved them for last. Okay. I'm still analyzing. I need to bite one in half. I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera. You can kind of see the goo in there. Unless you bite them in half, the goo gets a little lost. And it just feels like a big, softer gummy cluster. So I don't think they went too far with adding one more texture. But I'm not sure it it didn't translate as well as I was hoping it would. I was hoping for the whole like burst of juice. But it is essentially a gusher covered in nerds. Now, the strawberry punch isn't my favorite flavor. I like the original rainbow ones. But am I going to buy these again? Probably. Am I going to buy these over the regular berry flavored ones in the blue bag? Possibly. Do I like them better than the original rainbow ones? No. Would I be intrigued to see an original rainbow one with the juicy center? Absolutely. But these, I know I've given this score out a lot today, but I think 7's a good number. I got some more juice that time. But we've pretty much decimated this table of snacks. That's all I've got for today. So if you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.